So we've got the mind. Part of our mind is made up of our primitive brain, which handles our fight, flight, freeze instincts. Our primitive brain can act as a reservoir. We can accumulate subconscious stress over time. And the more subconscious stress we have, the more we are in a threat response. The more little things that happen throughout our days can feel like really big deals. You know, you drop a glass of water, and it's like, seems like a huge deal. When we're able to actually decrease the amount of subconscious stress that we have, though, our threat levels, instead of going up, they go down. And what increases is our sense of safety. This impacts what I'm going to be talking about in a moment. So we're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to this shortly. Now, so here's our mind. For the age of 0, when we're born, to about the age of 7 or so, we are children. We're kind of walking around in this really interesting theta state. It's almost like we're walking around in a state of pure hypnosis. Like we have tape recorders with microphones, and we're going around and we're recording everything that our parents are telling us and everything our parents are saying, and that adults upon whom our survival depends are telling us. And we are highly, highly suggestible in this direct recording phase of our lives. And we are recording all these rules in ways of being, so we know how to survive on this planet. So we learn things like dogs are okay, and I am smart, and it's okay to ask for what I need. We'll also learn things that maybe later in life don't end up serving us so well, like rich people are always evil. In order to make lots of money, it must be a struggle. People will always look to screw you over. So what happens is we're in the sponge-like state as children, and these rules get embedded into our mind, and they start to run on loops. They become these programs that are kind of whirring and forever running in the background, right? They get locked in here. So what ends up happening is around age 7-ish, plus or minus, we start to develop our conscious mind. Because before the age of 7, there weren't any programs or rules to become conscious or aware of. We start to develop our conscious mind up here. Okay? And this is what you and I act from on a daily basis. I'm speaking to you right now from my conscious mind. I'm aware of the plants in front of me. My conscious mind has awareness of them. Now, what's interesting is the mind is a bit like an iceberg in the ocean, where our subconscious mind, this part below the water, it's actually about 95% of what's going on in our lives and the decisions that we're making and the choices that we're making. Conscious mind only accounts for about 5%. And what's really interesting is when our conscious mind isn't focused on the present, when it's not entirely focused on exactly what we're doing in the present moment, and instead it's running off into the future and making plans or reflecting back on the past, and it's not in control of the present moment. When this is not in control of the present, guess what part of our mind is? Exactly this. All the old programs, all of the old loops, all of the old patterns that have been running in the background are running the show for most of our days. And that's really, really, really powerful. Now, our conscious mind is made up of our willpower. We've got our logic, we've got our reasoning, we've got our analytical skills. We've got so much going on up here, and we think we're in complete and total control. We've got our conscious desires, our conscious dreams. So what ends up happening is we start to envision from our conscious mind the future that we want. We say, you know what? I am going to be a happy person, and I'm going to make so much money, and I'm going to start a really successful business. I'm not sure what that picture is. That's a business, apparently. And so we dream of this with our conscious mind, right? And we have the willpower. I'm going to do this. And it's our conscious dreams and our desires. And we have the logic, so we reason it all out. We have the analytical skills, so we come up with a strategy, and we're dreaming, and we say, this is what I want in my life. I'm going to do this. The only thing is, we come down here, and guess what? We've got, making money is hard. People can't be trusted. All rich people are evil. And guess what? Subconscious mind kicks it out, goes, nope, 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 nope. You do not want that at all. Or, and there's going to be other things like if you're successful, then you can't have a happy family relationship. If you're successful, you can't have fun in life. So your subconscious mind is like, nope, kicks it out. So what is actually going on is when your conscious mind is saying, I want to go in this direction. This is what I want. Your subconscious mind is going, oh, hell no. And it's actually pulling the other way. This is that in these two arrows right here, this one going this way, this one going this way, that's the resistance that people feel. A lot of people say they feel an invisible tug of war, where part of them wants to move forward in one direction with all of their might. That's the conscious mind. That's the 5% of you, right? And then you've got another part of you that just is, avoiding and resisting and not doing what you need to do, and it's pulling in the opposite direction, and people don't know why. But remember, subconscious is 95%. Guess what part wins the battle most of the time? Right. So one of the things that we do at MindFix is we eliminate that internal tug of war. We get the two parts of your mind in alignment. So let's get rid of this. Now, what people typically try to do is they come in, I'm going to clear this out. They come in and they go, okay, I'm starting a business. I'm going to be happy. And then they go to some weekend seminar and it's like, I am fabulous. I am smart. I am amazing. I can do it. Business is easy. Everything is figure outable. And they put all these pluses that they're aware of into their conscious mind. And then they go out for a weekend with their girlfriends and it's like, you go girl, you've got this. You're amazing. And they put all these little pluses up here. And then they read a book and they learn some skills about how to start a business. And, they put that information all into their conscious mind. Again, though, 5%. That's responsible for 5% of our lives and our decisions and our choices throughout our day. So people are like, I'm studying so much and I'm telling myself good things and I'm giving myself affirmations. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure you are. You're doing that with your conscious mind, and that's great. But guess what? You're not changing the programs that are running and that are determining the vast majority of how you go about living your life and the actions that you're taking and the choices that you're making. You're not impacting your subconscious mind. That's why it feels so damn hard. Everything you're doing is you've convinced your conscious mind. If I ask you if you're smart, your conscious mind says yes, but guess what? Down here, kind of far away, it feels like a little part of you is like, I'm actually stupid. So you can't make massive change. You can't be in total alignment. You can't get out of being stuck when you've been stuck for 20 years when you don't impact what's going on beneath the surface. So if you go and you do a mindset course, if you go and you read more books, if you go and you work with a coach, they are going to sit there all day long and work with you and try and fill your conscious mind up with more positives and more tools, and more analytics and analytical reasoning stuff and more strategies and tactics. And you're going to work on this for the rest of your life. And it's going to feel hard because guess what? Subconscious mind is pulling the opposite direction. It's pulling away. It's telling you, be safe, stay safe, don't do it. All bad things are going to happen if you try to move forward in the other direction. So this is where we help. This is why what we do is so wildly effective. We come in, and unlike other programs, one of the main parts of what we do is we literally come in and we find the old programs that are pulling in the opposite direction, that are keeping you from being able to do what you want to be able to do. We get rid of them completely. We get rid of them so that when your dream, when your dream and your conscious desire turn through your mind, instead of getting kicked out, your conscious mind is like, that doesn't seem dangerous at all. Yes, let's do it. That gets your conscious mind and your subconscious mind in alignment instead of pulling in opposite directions. Now, some people will ask about just plain meditation by itself. And this is where we can go back to the primitive mind. What we've noticed is that sometimes when meditation is absolutely fantastic, and it's an important part in self-regulation and having a productive life. But by itself, it typically doesn't actually ever get rid of minuses. When your accumulated subconscious stress down here starts getting higher and higher and higher, the minuses feel and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm not smart because I'm stupid. And you feel fully convinced, and it just feels so strong the more stressed you get. When you reduce your accumulated subconscious stress levels, and there's not as much, the minuses actually end up getting a little bit smaller. They're still there though. That's the challenge, is they're still there and they're still pulling in the opposite direction. We are literally one of the only programs in the world that could come in and effectively get rid of the minuses. And that's so, so powerful. This is the reason why programs in the past haven't worked. The minuses are still there. You're still battling them. That's why people go to therapy for 20 years and go, I'm still working on feeling like I'm not important. And it's like, well, of course you're still working on it. The minus is still there, still looping in the background. And you've been sitting there with a therapist talking to your conscious mind for 20 years, going, I am important, I am important, I am important, trying to cram it into your conscious mind when the problem is down here. In your subconscious mind, you have a loop, you have a pattern that says, I'm not important. When you come in here and you can get rid of that, the problem goes away. That's what it takes. Most people don't know this though. So they keep trying to impact and work with their conscious mind. And when things don't work, because this 95% is running your life, they go, what's wrong with me? I'm broken. I must not be strong enough. Maybe I don't actually deserve what it is I'm dreaming of. That's not the case. What's going on is your minds are not in alignment. One's pulling in one direction, one's pulling the other. The more minuses you have, the more resistance and internal frustration that you're going to feel. We're going to come in, we're going to clean out your minuses, and we're going to get you in total and complete alignment. The more alignment, the less resistance, the less stress. So, in addition to doing that, what we also do with the liminal coaching part of our program is as we're clearing out a lot of the minuses, we create channels deep into your subconscious mind. And we take what you're consciously dreaming about and we put it back into your subconscious down here. This way, we're creating even more alignment between your conscious and your subconscious, so they both want the same thing, so that they're both working in the same directions. They're both working together instead of against each other. We're actually taking these and we're putting the pluses and the vision of success back into your subconscious mind.